welcome Roberto Lopez Sobrado and Alexander Quiros.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Quiros, and I am a Customer Success Manager in Strategic Account Services, or how we call it, SAS. And here is Roberto, my manager, with more than 8 years experience in Amazon.
Hello, everyone. At SAS, our job is to obsess over the success of the selling accounts that we consult with and manage. We work one-on-one with entrepreneurs like yourselves to help them scale their business, reach new customers, and increase sales. We're here today to share exceptional selling journey of one entrepreneur's multi-partnership with SAS that led the sales growth of 10 times in just 2 years. We hope it inspires you as much as it inspires us. In this real-life example, an entrepreneur years into selling in the Amazon store was struggling to reach the next level. They wanted to accelerate growth, but didn't know which steps to take. First, we'll provide a brief overview of the selling partner, giving you a context on who they are, what they sell, and what they sought our help. Then we'll dive into the problems and challenges they faced prior to working with SAS. Next, we'll walk you through the specific solutions we proposed and implemented on their behalf. Lastly, the most exciting part, we'll look at the tangible results. The proof, as they say, is in the pudding. We'll showcase the before and after, illustrating how a well-thought-out intervention paved the way for their growth. This story is a shining example of what it looks like to transform an idea into a successful brand. So let's get started. Kitchen Mama sells hands-free electric can openers on Amazon. They began with a simple mission, which was to help people enjoy cooking because they believe that sharing meals at the dining table can bring people together. Let's learn a little bit about their product. It's one thing to invent a product people need and make it available online, but getting customers to actually discover it and buy it can be a whole new challenge. Now, putting SAS in context, when we onboard a new selling account to the program, we prioritize understanding their unique pain points, ambitions, and needs. We conduct an incredibly thorough seller intake session and complete our own internal assessment of the business, reviewing hundreds of reports and data points to ensure we have a good grasp of the opportunities. We then use our expertise as highly trained and well-informed Amazon insiders to advise on any policy implications and the best tools and programs to help the sellers reach their goals. As we prepare the sellers for growth, we review 4 pivotal components. 1, selection. Is your product assortment sufficient to meet your sales goals? 2, catalog quality. Do your product listings have opportunity for improvement? 3, supply chain. Are your infrastructure and logistics optimized for growth? And 4th, traffic and conversion. What can you do to drive more views and convert more sales? So let me describe each a bit more in depth so that you know what to look for within your own business. So let's jump right into selection. Selection is essentially the initial state of the product assortment and what's missing within the business profile. For example, we review what % of the ASINs in your catalog have a sale, which ones are driving the most growth, and what assortment might be missing from your catalog to meet consumer demands. This helps us understand the complexity of your operations, potential risks, and growth levers. For example, product expansion opportunities. In regards to catalog quality, we look at the seller's existing listings, identifying opportunities to optimizing detail pages, including their product images, titles, descriptions, and key features. We also look for opportunities to add A+ content and storefront enhancements. Part of the catalog review is to audit compliance with Amazon policies and review to ensure browse nodes are properly set up in the correct category, which help prevent enforcements down the road. The third component that we research is supply chain. The supply chain is the combined network of people and processes that take an item from the raw materials to a final delivered product. Whether you leverage Fulfilled by Amazon, FBA, or the Merchant Fulfilled Network, MFN, there are several small yet effective steps you can take to optimize your inventory processes. For instance, how much product information can you track? In addition to tracking individual units, maybe you could boost sales by tracking the dimensions and weight of products or barcodes. Data like this, in turn, allow you to make the most of empty storage space or avoid ending up with too much stock on hand. And lastly, traffic and conversion. For traffic and conversion, we analyze the different traffic sources and conversion rates to spot missed opportunities to drive efficiencies. Some of the metrics we look at are overall sessions, ordered product sales, advertising spend, category trends, sell-through rates, and featured offer rates. As all of you know, running a business can lead to competing demands on your time, sometimes making it hard for you and your team to stay on top of the moving pieces. Hopefully, that was a good high-level refresher of key foundational items on running an e-commerce business. You might have even jotted down a space where you want to dive deep for your own business. But let's get back to Kitchen Mama. After we conducted the seller intake and our full internal audit and analysis of the business, we had a much better understanding of the challenges and opportunities. This understanding allowed us to partner with the Kitchen Mama team to build a specific and intentional step-by-step roadmap for growth. Together, we aligned on 5 strategic priorities we were keen to address. Problem number 1, we discovered that one ASIN was driving 95% of the total order sales, and that the marketing strategy was focused on only one customer segment: older adults with arthritis. This is sometimes anecdotally referred to as having all your eggs in one basket. Although it's easier to manage one strategy, the risk is that it can limit growth. Problem number 2. Kitchen Mama had some basic catalog of opportunities. Their detail page content, specifically product descriptions, and the quality of their images needed attention. So if you do all the hard work to get customers into your listings, but then fail to properly convert them, then you're back to square one. So we needed to do better here. Problem number 3. While the seller was a brand owner, they were only getting the featured offer about half the time. They had intellectual property opportunities being attacked by bad actors and imposters, causing their ASINs to be suspended. And problem number 4. We found the seller was unable to sustain steady growth due to sub-optimized demand projections and supply chain planning. They were simply out of stock too often, missing out on critical conversion opportunities. And problem number 5. In a very competitive category, sellers often feel compelled to aggressively drive a low price strategy to gain share. Doing this too often can negatively impact the seller's profit margin and ability to invest in continued growth and innovation. Kitchen Mama had a clear opportunity to drive brand value and command a competitive price that still allowed them to invest in promotions and advertising. Every defect or problem is an opportunity to build and strengthen your business. Let me repeat that. Every defect or problem is an opportunity to build and strengthen your business. So these 5 opportunities would become critical to strengthening the foundation to optimize for growth. Now, I'll hand the floor over to Alex, who will walk you through these solutions to all these problems.
Okay, then. Let's tap into solution number 1. Remember? Having all your eggs in one basket. Well, the team created several variations of the product, offering more colors and innovations to expand the product line into the next of kin categories, like other kitchen utensils. We leverage existing tools in Seller Central, including Product Opportunity Explorer, that helped Kitchen Mama identify trends within their business. And they also updated their brand, and they also updated their marketing to focus on more than just one demographic by creating new content for incremental use cases. For example, parents, college students. To address solution number 2, we refreshed their brand store and took advantage of premium A+ content, which they were eligible for. In case you don't know, premium A+ content is an expanded edition of A+ content, with additional features such as larger images, interactive hotspot modules, and image carousels. We upgraded their images with high-quality digital lifestyle photography and created new video content. For example, product demos. Lastly, we updated their browse notes, which ensure the organic discoverability of each ASIN in the category and subcategory searches. Think on this. Optimizing your listings is all about giving customers a clear and compelling case to purchase your products. I'm going to give you a pro tip. Refresh the listing and the brand store according to seasonality and ensure items look giftable. Solution number 3. We found that Kitchen Mama had not taken full advantage of brand registry, which use advanced technology to identify true brand owners and give them the tools they need to establish and protect their intellectual property from bad actors. We worked to ensure that they had the right roles and permissions set up with brand registry and used the Report a Violation tool to eliminate IP infringement and bad actors from attacking their ASINs. The Report a Violation tool strengthens automatic protections that safeguard a seller's intellectual property, and it's very useful and easy to access. I'm going to give you another pro tip. Protect your brand before you position it. Let's move to solution number 4. The next opportunity that we needed to address was optimizing supply chain. Kitchen Mama was spending a lot of money using air freight to ship their products from their manufacturing facility overseas directly to Amazon warehouses. We suggested instead that they rely on nearshoring. Nearshoring enabled Kitchen Mama to reduce shipping costs and increase shipping speeds from their nearshore facility to Amazon warehouse, resulting in improved in-stock rates. At that time, the Send to Amazon, STA, wasn't publicly available. However, at SAS, we often partner with 3P teams to pilot new launches. This gives our SaaS sellers early access to new tools and upgrades while ensuring partners' teams have critical information directly from sellers at the early stages development. Since Kitchen Mama was enrolled in strategic account services, we had the opportunity to recommend the Send to Amazon pilot to streamline their shipping process, saving time from creating shipments by requiring fewer steps to replenish their inventory. The next pro tip comes here. Nearshoring is key to have products close to Amazon fulfillment centers. Let's move to solution number 5. In reviewing Kitchen Mama's historical approach to Amazon marketing, we identified an exclusive reliance on a low price strategy, with investments only in sponsored products, regardless of high-velocity events like Prime Day or seasonal shifts. Upon assessing their sponsored product campaigns, we eliminated underperformers and optimized the rest, leading to significant savings. These efficiencies, paired with improvements in the supply chain and the catalog quality, increased Kitchen Mama's profit margin, thus allowing them to have more financial security to invest in optimizing for the future. Before continuing any further, it is always good to ensure that your listings, brand store, and supply chain are optimized in order to accelerate deals and promotions. That will be our last pro tip. Let's keep moving. The increase in the margin meant that Kitchen Mama had larger budget to finance a diversified and holistic marketing strategy encompassing sponsored products, sponsored brands, sponsored display, coupons, deals, and even the influencers program. We regularly reviewed their marketing strategy, adjusting budget allocations in various channels, now based on seasonal demands and recurrence of high-velocity events. As a result, Kitchen Mama's products gained prominence, frequently making appearances in Lightning and Best Deals, and eventually securing spots in the coveted Top Deals. Now, the most exciting part, the results. After working through these 5 solutions, Kitchen Mama doubled their monthly sessions from 2021 to 2023. Their rankings within the electric can opener category skyrocketed to number 1. They grew to number 2 in the rankings in the Amazon 4-star store, and were number 3 overall in the category kitchen. Their feature offer, the rate increased from 57% to over 90%. Their sales from coupons increased by 90%. And the sales from Prime exclusive discounts and Lightning deals grew 60 to 70%. Their sales from Top Deals grew 21%. And most importantly, Kitchen Mama sales grew from $1 million to more than $10 million. While there are many choices from electric can openers, this story shows Amazon is the best place to launch and build a successful brand. Let's pause here and recap our learnings from the pro tips. 1. Refresh the listing and the brand store according to seasonality and ensure items appear giftable. 2. Protect your brand before positioning it. 3. Nearshoring is key to have product close to Amazon fulfillment centers. And 4. Ensure that your supply chain, listings, and brand store are optimized before accelerating deals and promotions. Ultimately, Kitchen Mama's success depended on creating strategies that were specific to their problems and opportunities, and we are thrilled with the results. In addition to the strategies we have discussed today, there are many products and tools to grow your business in the Amazon store. And I would like to bring Roberto back to the stage to share this with you.
Thank you, Alex. So if you're looking to better understand customer and the opportunities in your category, you can check out Manage Your Growth, a tool to give you targeted recommendations and actions you can take to drive growth. Manage your experiments to take the power of A/B testing into your own hands. Or leverage more niche business opportunities like Amazon Business for B2B growth. Vine Voices for growing authentic customer reviews. Or tapping into our vast influencer network through the Creator Connections. Working closely with an account manager will help you understand how to combine all these and maximize all these opportunities based on the specific needs of your business. In closing, I want to sincerely thank each and every one of you for your time and attention. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and learned something that could apply to your unique business. Each entrepreneur's story and journey is different. What would yours be? If you have any questions or want to learn about SaaS, then please scan the QR code located on your screen or email SaaS-enrollments@amazon.com. Again, thank you for being an incredible audience. To ensure we continue delivering content that is beneficial for you, we prepared a brief survey. On the screen, you will see a QR code. Please take a moment to scan it with your mobile device to complete the survey. Your feedback is critical for us, and we genuinely appreciate completing this survey. Thanks again.